video is to allow you to correct your homework for section 3.2.1. One of the things they want to stress, and you see it in the math notes, is instead of thinking of a number as positive or negative, think of them as opposites. That the opposite of a number is the same number, but with the opposite sign. So the opposite of 4 would be negative 4. The opposite of negative 9 would be positive 9. But when you have something kind of unusual, like the opposite of 5, well, here's the 5, here's the opposite of 5, and now we're taking the opposite of that. So that's why we're getting back to 5. Again, same concept here, the opposite of negative 3. Here's negative 3, here's the opposite of that, and then we're taking the opposite of that. So you end up back at negative 3. And of course, the opposite of 0 is just 0. So Lucas's frog is sitting at negative 2 on the number line. His frog hops 4 units to the right, 6 units to the left, 8 more units to the right. Now, you may want to do this on a number line to make it easier to find, but they ultimately want an expression for this movement. So we would say he's starting at negative 2. He's going 4 units to the right, which means plus 4. He's going 6 units to the left. You can make that minus 6 or plus negative 6, and then 8 more units to the right. And again, if you do that on a number line, you'll get your answer, which is positive 4. And then what number is the opposite of where it landed? Of course, that'd be negative 4. Here you have to draw and label a set of axes on graph paper, and then plot these points and label them. So, first of all, remember that you can use your drawing tool for this, or you can put it in your notebook and take a picture, or on graph paper and take a picture. But 1, 3 is over 1 up 3, 4, 2 over 4 up 2, 0, 5 means you're not going over at all, you're just going straight up, and 5, 1 over 5 up 1. So again, take some time and make sure yours is correct. Here, we have to rewrite the answers with the distributive property. So again, this is related to the idea of the area models. So as we talked about, you can make this 18 times 20 plus 6, in which case you get 360 plus 108 equals the total. Or you can make it 10 plus 8 times 20 plus 6, in which case you'd have 10 times 20, 8 times 20, 20, make sure I get it all right, 1 times 6 and 8 times 6, and add them all together. Gives you the same total. This would be the correct one for this one. 6 times 3,000 plus 400 plus 5 gives you 18,000 plus 2,400 plus 30, equaling this total. And again, if you choose to leave 21 and just break apart 35, it would look like this. But I would also take it if you made it 20 plus 1 times 30 plus 5. Show what's in your area model and your answer. For these, make sure you get a common denominator and show your work. So for A, common denominator would be 90. So you'd have 81 90ths plus 70 90ths, which is going to give you 151 90ths. That is fraction greater than 1. So that equals 1 and 61 90ths. Again, if you're not sure how to change them to equivalent fractions with a common denominator, make sure you ask. If you're not sure how to change it from a fraction greater than 1 to a mixed number, make sure you ask. Here you need to get common denominator of 22. So that'd be 11 over 22 minus 6 over 22, which is 5 22nds. Here we would change them both to 15ths. You'd get 6 15ths minus 1 15th is 5 15ths, but that can be simplified to 1/3. So again, even though I'm just giving you the answers here, make sure you have work. You will not get credit if you just have the answers. For 398, if 40% of this mixture is ryegrass, what's the ratio of ryegrass to bluegrass? Well, the seed mixture only contains ryegrass and bluegrass. So if 60% is ryegrass, that means, if 40% is ryegrass, that means 60% is bluegrass. So then the ratio would be 40% ryegrass to 60% bluegrass, which would simplify to 2 to 3.